in the ring right now bears zero resemblance to the Joseline Navarro we saw that day. Her growth over the last couple of years, especially since coming to the AIW Academy, is insane. I don't know that I know a wrestler that has grown as much as Joseline has. And she's pushed herself. Of course, it was in this building where she took on Thunder Rosa. And of course, we saw these two open the gauntlet for the gold. And it may be 2 out of 3 falls. They're both looking to end it real quick.
Navarro trying to get a quick one there, and you're right. And by the way, kudos to you guys for seeing that. Talon Arquette with a quick roll-up as they both are trying to get that very important first fall, and a stiff right off hand there from Joseline Navarro. But, you know, you saw something in her, and she has made you right. 8-3 in her last 11 matches. The loss to Thunder Rosa, twice to Katie Arquette, but a chance here on the big stage to get a win back over Arquette, and a huge kick to the face, the pump kick, and that'll go a long way to doing it for Joseline Navarro.
Well, and I'll be honest with you, Nathan, I can't take too much credit. We didn't pick Joseline that day. She took it upon herself. It is the work she has done over the last couple of years to get to this point. To go from someone that worked some shows locally to now being one of the fastest rising female competitors in professional wrestling today.
Listen, sometimes when the doors get closed in your face, you have to kick them down, and that's what Joseline Navarro has done here. And her and Katie Arquette have turned in a series that has been one of the best in women's professional wrestling in the year 2022. And we're just getting started. 2 or 3 falls at Absolution.
Oh, Katie out of the way. Joseline goes hard in the guardrail. And I'll be honest with you, Katie Arquette's another one. Obviously, we saw something. She made her debut at the Winchester, took on Megan Myers, lost, showed a little bit though. Showed some promise, so she was given another opportunity, and she has made the most of that opportunity. She has made herself indispensable and has, like I said, done something no one else has done. She's picked up 2 victories now over Joseline. Of course, we saw her open the gauntlet for the gold. We saw them both make a pretty significant run in that gauntlet for the gold.
They did. They worked together to eliminate Marion Fontaine in that one, which was pretty awesome, and it took 4 men to eliminate Joseline Navarro, and quite frankly, Katie Arquette ultimately eliminated herself when Isaiah Broner was in the ring, and I thought that was a pretty good business decision at the time because it allowed her to come back to the Tadmor Shrine, but she might be questioning that now as Navarro has her lined up, and a huge drop kick in the corner.
After those knees into the corner, we usually see her use that over the second rope. This time it was into the second turnbuckle.
And Arquette able to kick out, and you mentioned starting her career at the Winchester in AIW, goes back there at Cibernetico de Mayo and beats Joseline Navarro, ending a 5-match winning streak for Navarro. And now these two have turned into a great feud. It's been back and forth right now, advantage Arquette, but Joseline Navarro with an opportunity to even the score. Maybe you could say then some, because you're going to win twice tonight if you're going to win this match.
An Absolution debut for both of these women. Without a doubt, they have earned this spot. You called it one of the best rivalries in female professional wrestling this year. I'd put it up there with some of the male rivalries we've seen. These two have put on just wars, so many different styles. Of course, you mentioned we saw them in that no disqualification. And right now, hook of the leg by Katie, looking to go up 1-0 early on. But she's only able to get a 2 count out of it.
Hey, go to independentwrestling.tv and look up Gangster Rap Maybe Do It. It was the opening match that night, and it was as good as anything on what was an absolutely loaded, physical, violent card. And we're seeing that physicality again here tonight because this match means so much to both of these women. This would be the biggest win in AIW for either one of these women, and you could maybe make the case certainly for both one of the biggest wins in their careers. Now, we know Arquette has been successful in other places, but can she do it here? Can she do it tonight on this stage against a very hungry Joseline Navarro?
Well, and you have to wonder if perhaps both of them have an idea. There's been a lot of women who have set foot in that ring, in the AIW ring. And the reason we don't have an AIW women's title right now is so many of them, to find them these days, you have to turn your TV on.
That's right.
You have Shayna Baszler, you have Athena, you have Ruby Riott. So many that have come through and held that AIW
Huge
women's
spine
title.
buster.
Allison Kay, hook of the leg there by Katie off that big spine buster. She thought for sure that was picking up fall number 1.
The last time we were here, Britt Baker, DMD, made her return to AIW. You mentioned Thunder Rosa earlier, and the first woman to defeat Joseline Navarro in AIW. This is an impressive list of great female competitors in this company. It's part of this company's legacy, and we may see another name added to that list that started at AIW and that you're watching on the biggest stage.
And both of these two have had eyes on them from other promotions, and they know that a big showing tonight would be a huge resume filler, would be something they can put on film to show promoters all over the country. How Joseline Navarro is leaving here after Absolution this week. She's headed to Trinidad next week to wrestle on an international show.
That's what I'm saying. The eyes of not only this country, the eyes of the world are fixed on AIW. You talk about some of the greatest singles competitors on both the male and female side. I think the greatest tag team division right now in all of independent wrestling, and we're seeing some of that showcase, the six ways, the flyers. You got everything you want here in AIW, and of course people are watching it, and of course it can be a springboard to incredible things, because this is as good as it gets, folks. And a little back bridge there. Can she steal one?
The backslide out of Katie as she fought her way out. Joseline was looking to elevate her. And now Katie.
Can she get her up?
Looking, can't tell if she's looking either a pile driver or a power bomb. Finds the leg sweeped out. Jackknife covered by Joseline, unable to get the pinfall though. Ducks the clothesline and attempt. Huge suplex.
A T-bone suplex right there from Joseline Navarro. And look at Arquette's face. She is reeling.
Oh, pump kick just sends her down.
Right to
Joseline
the chest.
Drops down, makes the cover, hooks the leg, 2 only.
And we get to see 2, maybe even 3 falls if it gets to a third fall here. We don't even have 1 yet, Wadsworth.
Well, and you're seeing what it'll take to get 1. You have to wonder what it'll take to be able to put the opponent's shoulders down twice. Katie, no stranger to taking shortcuts, goes for the eyes. Kicked in the midsection. She was definitely on the wrong end, and she wanted to get back on the right side, but instead eats the foot coming in. This time both feet up, catches her in the midsection after the last one got her jaw. Now looking for a right hand.
Trying to get a charge in the corner. Navarro not used to being on the top rope. She's in a little precarious position there, and Arquette's going up. And now this is going to be one of those situations. We call it a 50-50 ball in the NFL. This is a 50-50 situation. Whoever gets the better of this, I think, is going to be on their way to getting that first fall. And she's looking for a superplex, but I don't know if she's got the leverage to get Navarro as her hand on that rope.
Navarro's got that overhook on the head and was in a seated position. Katie's managed to fight her up.
Oh
Katie
my
just
God!
throwing her over.
Incredible strength from the queen of the silver screen right there to get her over.
And there we saw it. We saw it last match. West did not hook the far leg this time. Katie hooked the near leg, and she couldn't quite get the far leg, but she threw her arm out and managed to put it between the far leg and the ropes. So that way, if Joseline was going to get out, she was going to have to expend the energy to kick out.
And she did after taking that huge superplex, kind of like a twisting. I'm amazed that she got her over, Wadsworth. Halfway down, it wasn't clear if she was going to be able to. An incredible move by Katie Arquette, but it did not put Navarro down. And now it looks like she's looking for that pile driver. And she's got it.
Just completely vertical, straight down on the head, but Joseline still gets out on 2.
And I have the same look on my face as Katie Arquette right now. I can't believe Navarro kicked out of that pile driver. Katie Arquette got every bit of it. And Navarro's down. She's not moving, but she had enough. Maybe she kicked out on instinct right there, Wadsworth, to get it out. And Arquette saying, what do I have to do? Well, I'm going to figure it out right now.
Now Katie, though, staying on. She's got, for a second there, I thought she was going for a Muay Thai clinch. Instead, looking for that suplex again. But Joseline goes underneath. We saw her go for it earlier. It hits this time. Joseline crawling over, makes the cover 2. No, Katie is out.
They are just trading big moves here. Pile driver, you think that's it. Kick out. Widow's Peak, you think that's it. A kick out. And like I said, folks, this is 2 out of 3 falls. We haven't even seen a single fall yet, Wadsworth. And these women are already hitting big moves that they're used to having matches end when they connect with them.
Oh, Joseline had the foot caught. She rolled away from it instead of into it. Came charging out with that big right hand, hooks both legs, and Joseline goes up 1-0.
That was shades of what we saw right here at the Tadmor Shrine between Isaiah Broner and Eddie Kingston. That absolutely devastating forearm that almost took Katie Arquette's head off, and you can tell she's on Dream Street. If you're Joseline Navarro, you try to pounce on her, you try to capitalize, you try to make this go 2-0 and get out of Dodge with the biggest win of your career at Absolution 15.
Well, and that was the thing. She gave Katie a chance to get back to her feet. You have to wonder if she dives right in. I think this match is over. Said Katie works her way up, but Joseline real quick.
She hit her with that headbutt, and Katie Arquette looked like she had no idea where she was, and now she's not in a very advantageous position. Some would call it precarious, Wadsworth.
Coming in, big cross body.
Out of the tree of woe, and you could see this whole ring move right there, and Arquette just looks like a corpse.
And now Joseline's on top. Joseline laying the right hands, and Katie is out. Tom Dunn calling for the bell.
Did he disqualify her?
Tom Dunn has separated him, but I haven't seen him. He did. He stopped the match because Katie Arquette was out. Joseline Navarro just knocked Katie Arquette clean out, and Tom Dunn stepped in and called the match up. But Joseline's right back on her.
She hasn't gotten enough. What more does she want? She hits her with that crossbody in the tree of woe after the headbutt. And I told you, Wadsworth, after that headbutt, Katie Arquette did not know where she was. She could not defend herself, and Navarro was on top with the right hands. And he said, that's it. This match is over. And Navarro kicking her out of the ring.